My name is Anthony, and I have been running this YouTube channel for about 5 years. This is probably the first time you will hear my voice because I usually don't make videos about myself, but this time I would like to introduce you to something that's really great and that has really helped me in learning history, and it's the great courses. I discovered this great courses in Audible. I've been a subscriber for about, I don't know, 4 to 5 years. And in the beginning, I was buying just normal books, novels and self-development stuff. But then I found that Audible brought in this great courses that is actually a series that's made by the teaching company. It's a company that's focused only on recording real lectures from university professors and selling them in this kind of audible and video format. And you can find all sorts of stuff. I'm really amazed by the amazing information you can find in these courses. This is the newest courses, but the library is huge and you can buy them just for 1 credit. I pay about $14 or $15 per credit monthly, and I can get a full course. The average time for the course is about 15 to 30 hours. It's 1 month is enough time to listen to a course a couple times. I usually, with the courses that are really great, I listen to them a couple times. So these are the categories you can actually find in the great courses: science, history, fine arts, religion, philosophy, literature, business, economics, better living, and professional stuff. I have actually personally bought a lot of history books, and currently I'm listening stuff on religion. It's really great because the scholars, they have this really academic approach, which I really liked. So I'm going to give you a small peek into my library, and this is the stuff that I'm currently listening to. So the latest book I bought um, in December 29th was The World of Byzantium. I haven't started reading this one, but I just bought it because I bought just a bunch of credits for a really cheap price, and I bought a couple books for this for for this price. The one that I'm listening at the moment is the Catholic Church a History. This is an amazing book about the Catholic Church history. I love it, and the teacher, it's really engaging, and the guy is really experienced. It's Professor William R. Cook. So as you can see, you can toggle on the cover or the thumbnail, and you can see the reviews. It's a highly reviewed book with over 180 reviews, and all of them are about four stars. The other one I really loved because I was listening to it during my trip in Italy is this one. Is Italians Before Italy: Conflict and Competition in the Mediterranean. This is an amazing book because I actually visited Florence and Venice, and this book talks a lot about the Middle Ages and the modernization of the Italian state, and it gives you like the real foundation of the creation of the Italian Republic and the importance of the Venetian and Genovese trade in the formation of a rich Italy full of art, literature and a rich culture. And these are other books I haven't read this one yet, but it's on the waiting list. This one, it's an amazing book by Professor Vegas Gabriel. This guy has a lot of amazing books, from the history of espionage to the First World War. This guy is an amazing historian. I really love his lectures, and this one I really enjoyed it. And so these are the history books I bought. The history books are usually in brown. Religion are books are usually in kind of a yellowish color. Then I bought this one, Science, which is this blue one. That's by Professor Neil deGrasse Tyson, which is a guy everyone loves. This is a great book. And then there are a couple of other books I've been reading, but I've been really fascinated by the history books because This is I hate reading history because reading history books because it's usually the narrative is really boring and there's a lot of dates and names that are hard to remember, and it's difficult to keep concentrated when you're reading. But when history is narrated, it's kind of different because usually the narrator tries to tell the story in a way that's engaging and that keeps people concentrated and not bored. So this is great, and I really recommend the history books. So one of the best books I've read is World War II. This one, a military and social history. It explains, the origins of the Second World War, and uh, and all the battles, all the conflicts, all the diplomatic history, everything behind the main protagonists of this war. It's really great. Then this one that's a history of Hitler's empire. It's also an amazing narration by Professor Thomas Childers. This guy is also an expert in German history and in the Second World War. And in this book, he focuses only, the Second World War through Hitler's perspective. It's really great. And another book I really loved was The Vikings. I've always been curious about the Vikings, and in this book, I kind of understood, the importance of the Viking culture in the formation of modern Europe, and especially Northern Europe, and the influences they had in the current, British, uh, Netherlands, Germany, Scandinavia, and the formation, the language, and all this kind of stuff. I also read this one in The Conquest of the Americas. It's amazing books, 12 hours of a great story of how, the Spanish conquered America. They went to Mexico, South America, Brazil, all this stuff. It's really fascinating. And one of the best books or one of the best lectures, and I highly recommend and highly, reviewed is this one. It's Understanding Japan, Cultural History. It's very difficult to understand Japan if you haven't been there, and it's very difficult to understand Japan for a foreigner. Usually, Japanese historians are not usually translated into English or foreign languages because it's difficult to translate Japanese. There's not much enough literature on Japanese history. But this book was really fascinating because Mark Ravenna had lived in Japan. He's actually married to no, he's married to an American woman, but he had lived in Japan and he raised his children for a couple of years in Japan, and he has been studying Japanese university, so he really understands the culture. And this guy is not translating history from sources; he's actually using Japanese textbooks and Japanese real sources, and telling and building this amazing compendium of the Japanese history in 12 hours that basically holds the main features or the main characteristic of the Japanese culture. This is a highly recommended book, as you can see in the reviews. He has over 240 reviews, almost 5 stars. It's highly recommended. If you're interested in Japanese culture, this guy will tell you here about the history, samurais, the geishas, religion, Second World War, even cuisine, sushi, and all this stuff. Fascinating book that will help you understand Japanese culture in a better way. So, the great courses actually, if you go to the website, they originally sell for a lot of money. I was kind of surprised when I saw the courses. I'm gonna show you a history course from the great courses. They can go around $250. Foundations of Western Civilizations. You know, this one you can buy it in different formats, as you can see. Video, audio, DVD, or CD, but they go over $300. But you actually get the same 48 lectures of foundations of Western civilizations in the Audible store. I'm going to show you the exact the exact book or the exact course. It's here, and it sells only for $37. But if you subscribe to Audible, you can get this one for 1 credit. And actually, Audible is not endorsing me. I'm not getting money from Audible or anything like that, but I love it because I can get this, you know, 300, actually this one, 250 buck course, $350 course for, 1 credit, which is about $15. I'm getting the full 24-hour course, and this is great. The other cool thing about the courses, which I really love, and it's another one of the features of the courses, is that you can actually, you can get the transcripts. Well, not actually the transcripts, but I'm gonna show you. This was actually the first book I bought in Audible. I was researching about meditation. But for example, in this one, a Catholic Church, a history, it comes with the audio, the 19 hours of audio you can download straight to your iPhone or your Android phone. And it comes with a PDF companion. And this is basically an outline of the lecture, So you can get, the whole story here compressed in this PDF outline, which you can read on your Kindle. So this is the professor, and this is how the lectures break down. The first one is from Jesus to the creation of the church, blah 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 blah. Okay. So this one has 36 lectures, and it goes on. There's like a small outline of the lectures and everything, which you can go over, if you want to, take it seriously and all this stuff, it's great. I use them a lot too. So, if you want to listen to the audio, just can listen to the sample in Audible, and it gives you a short, 2-3 minute sample, which you can listen to, to decide if you want to buy it or not. So it usually starts with this kind of, classical music and stuff, it's pretty cool. So I highly recommend this. I couldn't recommend this more. So if you're interested in knowing more about this, let me know. Send me your questions, and I will be happy to answer them. Okay. So my recommendation is, don't waste your time. If you're driving every day, if you're riding a bicycle, if you're working out in the gym, don't waste your time listening to music over and over. Learn, learn something. This is amazing. It will change your life. I promise you. This is amazing. This is a fucking gift. And I cannot recommend this more. Okay, so if you have any questions about this, just let me know and drop me a line. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. See you next time. Bye.